Okay. So the video is running, but so when we're ready to start, I'll turn over here. Will you come out over here?
Do you want me to put this on?
Brittany's sending a message.
Oh, Brittany's sending a message, okay.
Because it said Brittany message on here, so it was off on here and then it went away.
Huh.
It
Oh,
was
shoot.
just-
Hold on, let me see. Let me go down.
Just call her then.
Okay, just call her.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. So I can't find it.
Oh, she's something about the microphone.
Oh, she says microphone. All I can hear is Stan.
Is what?
So she said all she could hear is you, so.
Well,
let me
yeah,
make sure the microphone's-
that's because he's not wearing it.
Okay, but I was.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It's on. Well, somebody said, I hear Stan Reimer.
Okay, Brittany, I'm talking into the mic. Can you hear me now? Do you hear me, Brittany? I'm talking into the mic.
Yeah, she can hear. We might wait till they get in. Don't be afraid to speak out, okay?
Facebook Live today. Our artist is Darren Parker. And I'm sure he's a familiar face to all of you. He has been connected to the museum for some time, and we feature a lot of his art in our gift shop. Darren has already done a couple of Facebook Live programs on his art, and today he's going to give us some more insight into his beautiful works, and we are just so thankful to have him here today. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me, and welcome to the Philly. Today I'm working on a commission, and let me put this on so everybody can hear me. I won't have my mask on, which I usually wear, so you can hear me better than usual, probably. So today I'm working on a commission, which this is right before Christmas, as we all know. So it's a busy season for me right now, and probably for most artists across the country. But I'm working on a commission right now. And on my video last week, I had the drawing, and now I'm working on the picture. So this is a home in Cunningham, where I live. And I do my paintings from photographs that I usually take myself. Sometimes customers and clients take their own photographs and send them to me, but this one I took myself. So today, like I said, I'm working on this painting. My brushes that I use are pretty small.
I'm so sorry. Brittany says the mic is not on.
The mic's not on?
Yeah. Can you try switching? Let's see. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Let's see. Let me try. I don't know.
Smartphone.
Okay, it's on smartphone now.
Can you hear me now?
You need to speak loud.
Okay, let's see if she can see.
Can you hear me now? Testing.
Yeah, there she is. You can speak up.
Sorry about that. So, hopefully you can hear me now.
Okay, she said she could hear you now. Okay, I'm so sorry about that.
So that's good. So the brushes I use are pretty small, because the pictures I paint are pretty small. So usually 8 by 10s, 11 by 14s. So the brush that I'm using today is a 018. So it's really tiny. And I use tube watercolor. So we were talking about this earlier today. Watercolor is very, very what do I want to say? It's very unforgiving. So it's hard to fix your mistakes. But with tube watercolor, you can, if you make a mistake, you can always go over with the liquid watercolor, especially white, and or black or blue, darker colors. And if it's a light color that you've messed up on, then you can go over with a white and fix it too. So this is my palette right here, and I've had this palette for about 3 or 4 years, and I try not to clean it because a lot of the colors are the same that I use in a lot of my pictures. So right now I'm working on this tree, and watercolor is a lot of repetition and going over with layers. So, and I took this picture about 2 months ago, probably a month ago, and so it's a fall picture. So I do a layer of the lighter colors and then work into it with darker colors. And then the shadows are of course dark. So as you can, I'm going to put this layer of light on first, and then I'll go into I'll show you the light color first. It's like a kind of a bronzish orange color for the changing colors of the leaves. And after I get this first layer down, I'll pick this up and show you how it looks, and then I'll show you again as I put the darker colors into it to bring in the shadows. So I was born here in Pratt a long time ago, so most of you were, back when a lot of the pictures that I paint, a lot of the buildings and businesses were still around. Pratt's changed a lot over the years. So my series, the hometown series, consists of businesses that are here now still, but most of the businesses and buildings are gone. And I think that's why the series has been pretty popular, because people like the memories and they like, those times that they remember, the happy times they like to think of. And I think that's why I've actually started doing this series, just to kind of evoke a memory or bring back a smile. Now I've got this tree, the lighter bronzish color is down. Watercolor dries pretty fast, so it's already dried. And now I'll go back and with it a reddish brown color to get the shadows that are down there deep inside the tree.
We had a question come in. A lady asks, do you think that you have a large enough body of work to do a coffee table book of life in South Central Kansas?
Actually, yeah. Thank you for the question. My plan is to get through 2020, and in 2021 is work on the coffee table book. So the coffee table book will have all of the Pratt County, it'll probably be mostly Pratt County and Kingman County and the communities around. And it'll be kind of a history of Pratt County buildings, like the architectural and the parks. And so yes, I do have a big enough collection of art to do that, and I think that it will probably be my main focus in the beginning of 2021. So, and of course the Filley will be carrying that coffee table book. So, like I said, I'm going to go into this with the darker shades of crimson and browns. So now you can see, I just went over that light gold with the darker one. That is going to be picking up the shadows of that tree. So another very popular thing of mine I've got going on right now is my Pratt calendar. So this is 2021's, and right now we've got them. Actually, the first batch has been sold out, so I've got another batch coming in, which the museum will have, and we're expecting them to be delivered the week after Thanksgiving. So if you're interested in a 2021 calendar, call them here and put your name on the list. Right now I've got 2 new prints out, actually 3 new prints out too. This one is called Autumn Bliss. And it's a picture of Lemon Park this fall, actually. The colors this fall were just absolutely beautiful. And I was driving through one afternoon because I spent a lot whenever I'm in Pratt, I try to make a trip through Lemon Park, and I just snapped a photograph and I thought, man, that's gorgeous. So, and I put it on my Facebook page and I had a ton of likes, and I thought maybe I should paint it. So I did paint it, and this is that print. The museum has this print here available. These two are two more new ones. This is called First and Main. Now this will bring you back. This mobile station was, this actually represents a 1950s period, but the mobile station was there for a long time on that corner of Highway 54 and Main Street. But this painting was done from a photograph that was a black and white photograph that I turned into watercolor. And now, after the mobile station was there, then it was at KFC, and now there's going to be a Scooter's Coffee there. So this is kind of one of those instances where this will bring back the memories of the time that some people that used to live in Pratt will remember. This building here is another new print. This is called Dawn Cerveceria. This building's been here for a long time too, and it's still here. And actually still the restaurant's still in use. Before it was Dawn Cerveceria, it was Gerald Cerveceria. This piece, I used to go to this restaurant when I was a kid, so that tells you it's been here for a long time. So, and the owner of the restaurant was Don Williams, and this car right there is his son's car, Mike Williams' car. So the last two pictures, these last two prints that I showed you, aren't in this calendar because they were done after it went to press. But the picture of Vernon Parker is in the calendar. Some of the pictures, this is a Second Baptist Church, Cairo Elevator, Liberty Middle School. A lot of the paintings in this calendar were done while I was in quarantine or when the pandemic first started. So I had a lot of time to paint. So this is the Methodist Church, which is right around the corner from us. This is this painting here is Nightingale Springs, south of Pratt. Aldrug, which used to be here. Now the Pratt Chamber of Commerce is located in the building. This is the First Baptist Church, which now is a child care center. This is the old Pratt High School. Interesting story. This high school, which is still standing back here behind the museum. The bottom floor was the high school. The top floor was junior college. This is the Lemon Park Autumn Bliss. This is North School. And this picture here is called The New Boots. This picture I did around 2007, I think. And this represents me. As a child, as most kids do at one point in their lives, they run away from home. I decided to run away from home for about 5 minutes. And was wearing some boots, new boots. And I ran into a field that was freshly plowed and freshly rained on, so it was freshly mudded. So I ran into the field and got my boots stuck, and of course ran home crying. So my trip away from home wasn't very long, but I decided to take that story and make it a painting. I just changed it to a winter scene. So they're Christmas boots, and the child is pulling a Christmas tree on his Red Ryder, or his Radio Flyer, I'm sorry. So this, like I said, this picture was done in 2007, so it's one of my older pieces. I started painting in 1997, really, 1996, when I started doing my first one edition prints. In Minnesota, actually, and I did local scenes there too, and local architecture. And a friend of mine was also a watercolor artist, and I managed an art gallery, and we sold her art there. I thought I could do that, and but I hated watercolor. I hated watercolor. In college, I went to K-State, and I had a great instructor, great professor, Oscar Larmer, but I absolutely hated watercolor. And I decided I'd never do it again. So in 1996, I found watercolor pencils, and I started using watercolor pencils to do my illustrations, and I got pretty popular in Minnesota. I ended up being in 13 different galleries, and I was published twice in USR Magazine, and I had about 17 limited edition prints out at the time. And I did that for a few years, and then moved to Florida, and I started working in the hospitality industry, and started doing just commissions mostly. I didn't sell a lot of art. And then I was in the hospitality industry and management until 2017, and I moved back here. And I needed to find something that my time was flexible. So I decided to go back into my paintings, and I've been very blessed and very lucky to have had such a great welcome from my hometown, and doing what I enjoy the most. So anyway, any more questions?
How do you get about the wind up?
Okay, we don't have, there's no more questions, but a lot of people said that they really loved your beautiful paintings, and they're so meaningful. So we got a lot of nice comments.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and I think that like I said, come by the gift shop here at the museum. Their hours are 10 till 4, Tuesday through Friday, and 1 till 4 on Saturdays. So, but call and make sure that for holiday hours. And like I said, we'll be having more calendars here after Thanksgiving, and they'll have my new prints here after next week, or in the beginning of next week. So.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Well, Gracie, thanks for inviting me.
All
So,
right.
okay, guys, take care, stay safe.
Cheers.